Welcome back to another episode of Dungeons, Dice Rolls, and Dumbasses. I'm your Dungeon Master, Tyler, and today I'm joined by Mark, playing...
Jester Raisin, Purple Sorcerer.
And back again, Keegan, playing...
Hanu Babalao, Turtle Warlock.
And Alison, playing...
Naira Burrell, otherwise known as Gem, the Fairy Rogue.
And Brandon, playing...
Zoldan and Ilium, Tempest Cleric.
And John, playing...
Bosch Moonblade, Rune Knight, Kobold Sorcerer.
And, last but not least, Eldermark, playing...
Frogfucker. Gnome, Evoker, smartest guy in the cave.
He wishes.
And today, we join the party deep inside of a cave, where some of them have been making their way through... We've been fighting the giggles today. Very professional lurker. Anyhow,
Were we sure we're that professional at this point?
not at all. But anyways,
Holly would be giving us a 4 out of
everyone
10.
is in a cave. They've explored some lovely gemstone-filled mine shafts and enjoyed some crystalline fairy body horror. And met some strange... That's what it was. And have met some strange earth elemental creatures that have mentioned that the wrath of the land has been invoked upon the fairies who've dug in this mine. The fairies, dwarves, all the creatures here. In search of Jim's remaining family, the party tries to find a way deeper, and they have found themselves in a large chamber with a strange crystalline door. Keegan, pay attention to this one. I know. I don't want to catch you up more than once.
Look at all these.
DM noises.
Look at all these crystals. I could make something out of it.
Yes, they have a...
Oh, that's me.
In the center of this room, in fact, there's a large spiral door with these multicolored gemstones of purples, blues, and pinks. Almost like big sealed vault door. And there's been an array of stones set aside on these pedestals, as well as two giant stone guardians in the room.
Oh, right. I gotta write that down.
Yes. And what they had discovered last time going through, they found that these
here it
pedestals
is.
are numbered from... I lied. This side. Or no. Yes. No. Yes. It was this way.
Yes, no, yes,
it was
yes,
this way.
no,
Yes,
yes, no.
In a clockwise motion, the pedestals were numbered from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, all with different stones on them. And...
Oh, right. I got a giant ruby, didn't I? Or a handheld ruby or something, whatever the hell it was.
Yes, you did have a giant ruby that you had been given by one of these rocks. And so they had seen in order that different stones were in different orders on there. I gotta remember. Let's see. Remind me which one was the chunk and which one was the stalactite, which was the tiny one.
Broken Stalactite 3.
Yeah, so there was a big chunk of stone. What they had identified as a large diamond, a large stalactite, an empty pedestal for number 4. 5 was a white brittle stone. 6 was a bluish, like pattern stone with tinges of green. 7 was that the big boulder?
Yep,
The
massive boulder.
8 was a yellow orangish teardrop shaped stone. 9 was the really small pebble, right?
Yes.
And then the last one was another yellowish stone. And these had all been arranged different pedestals. And then someone had just taken from a very greedy dwarven man a piece of malachite.
Which I put back onto the empty one.
So that is on the 4th pedestal.
Yes, it's on the 4th pedestal right now.
So yes, you had that one on there now.
We're missing, we're missing 2 pedestals, right?
No.
You guys haven't done much investigation into this at all. And so more or less the relations with the large rock people. And I will say, actually, very fitting that Hanu doesn't know all these things as he begins to make his way into the chamber.
Oh, yeah, because I was not there.
Oh, yeah, because
He wasn't there for those parts.
Oh, yeah, that's because we had to have him guard that one fairy.
She felt fine.
We told her to get out.
She felt fine enough to take care of herself. That's what she told you.
Sounds good.
So you make your way back to the chamber. And if you guys want to place yourself somewhere in here, as well as those giant figures we had for them.
Where's my guy at?
Yeah, so they hadn't done too much investigation here. Oh, it's under your box. He's stuck.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that's what they had figured out for that. So 7 was the boulder. 3 was the stalactite.
So actually,
So there's a big thing in the middle.
No. So that's like end of the room. There's like this big section of cave that seems sealed.
Oh, okay. And like over there.
Yeah, that's this way.
like this way.
Yeah, I had it turned backwards.
So this
there
is
were
like
two-
a doorway
Yes.
that we're trying to unlock, essentially.
That is what it would seem to be. I would say no one has investigated that. They haven't investigated too many of the stones very close. They've very much just gotten ideas and started to survey this. They had been a couple of them had been talking with these large rock entities. Do we have those?
that'd be you, me, and Zoldan.
Those big
We're the only ones who can
Yeah,
speak
they're right here.
primordial.
And because I got this piece
Yeah.
of stone that's about the size of a Rubik's
Wait, which
cube.
one? Do you have a little curse?
Oh, the malachite.
Huh?
Malachite?
No, remember I carved it out of the. Out of the
Oh,
blue
right, you
glowing
did,
stone.
yeah.
That's the only reason
This
why I
one
have
and one
I can
other
speak
one.
to it.
That's close enough. Here you go.
What the fudge?
There's a bunch of games going.
Yeah, so there was these giant rock figures
Bunch
in
of
the
Wii games.
central area of this room.
They were like standing like
Jaster
right
and
here.
Frug are
Well, they were
sitting there
keeping an eye on
together,
things.
mumbling to each other.
One had
Nobody
moved.
hears what we're saying.
Jaster and Frog are mumbling to each other.
So these things are like real. They're not just like statues.
Oh no, they have moved and talked.
Okay.
Okay. So now it's to set the scene. If you're all in this open chamber, you've begun some investigations for it. Panu catches up as this fairy begins feeling better. So what were you guys going to do? You're saying you and Jaster kind of off to the
Mumbling
side?
to it. And Frug winks at us. Go for it, man. You got this.
Oh, Jaster, the puzzle solver.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. Pick up number 8 and see if I can bring it around to number 10, I guess.
All right, I wrote this
Number
down.
8.
Yeah.
I wrote it on. I really
Which
don't know.
one was that? You're saying
Oh, right, here it is.
little.
One's blue green, or one's the yellow orange. One's the glistening clear orange.
Yes. You want to swap what the 8th and the 10th one?
I want to rub them together and see what happens.
Aha. Okay. One moment. So you take the 2 rocks off the pedestal. So you
Yep.
start basically scratch testing one from one another.
It's a good idea too.
So, as you do, you would see that the more clear stone, it basically is the stronger of the two. The teardrop-shaped one, the more orangey, cloudy one, it does wind up like scratching on the other one.
Okay. Keep investigating the stones and see which ones
So
are.
you're holding those 2 for right now, though.
I went to go and investigate the door that we're going to be trying to open.
I'm just keeping track of that, though. So you have 2 of those right now. And those are empty. Alright, I'm sorry. So you want to go up while he's doing this, you want to investigate the door?
Yep, I want to see if there's any like clue or to what we might need to do.
So you go up to like the big, basically sealed section of crystal.
Right.
So you'd see whereas like the other crystals that were there had grown very wild, like blooms, the crystals that make up this doorway seem to be very intricately sprouted and intertwined, where they wrap around each other and coalesce into this beautiful, almost like stained glass looking through. And you can see it's very thick, and it seems to faintly shimmer with light. And the way it's fitted together, it all spirals perfectly into this big spiral, almost vault-like door.
Is there like any clues I can gather to like the puzzle that we're trying to do? To open the door?
I would say give me an intelligence check.
Alrighty. That's a 14.
I would say with a 14, it probably wouldn't give you anything extra off checking out the door.
Okay. Dang it.
With just regular, perception. Well, I guess it'd be perception too. If you're just looking at it or investigating.
No, I was
if you're trying to check it
I was
out.
investigating.
If investigation's any higher.
It is. It's +4, so that would be 13 plus 4. So
17. I'd say with that, so you don't see on it anything as far as like something to physically open the door. There doesn't seem to be a way to get through it. You'd probably be able to infer that it's something magical.
okay.
But it doesn't seem like there's a normal means to open it.
All right. I'd go back to the others and just kind of give them like it seems like it might be a little bit magical in origin, but that's all I can gather from looking at that door.
So I'll check for everyone else. So you were kind of with Jaster on doing that for...
Just silently conferring.
Right. And then for Hanu, Jim, and Zoltan, is there anything you guys would like to try doing with this?
Have we figured anything out?
Not really, other than they've identified that one of the stones is a diamond. They haven't really identified too many of the other stones or anything like that.
And then the one that I put on the
On number 4.
on number 4 was
They
malachite.
identified the malachite, and that was the one they had identified. They identified a malachite and a diamond, but they haven't really checked out any of the other stones. And they found out that the pedestals are numbered, and that's written in primordial.
Can I check out this one?
Number 10?
So Jaster's holding that one currently. He grabbed the ones off of 10 and 8.
Yep.
Okay. So can I look at this one?
Yeah, so that one on 9 is a small pebble.
Can I investigate it or do a history check and see if I
I would say, so if you're doing, what are you trying, are you
figure out what type of
figure out
stone it is?
what it is? I'd say like intelligence or maybe nature.
Let's see what it does. Take it.
Flat roll.
11.
11. I would say with an 11, this to you, it does look like a mundane rock.
Just
It looks
like-
very similar to like the same ones that make up the walls of the cave.
Just rock. If we move them, nothing happens. Nothing has happened since we picked any of them up.
Taking them off and putting the ones that have been put on, nothing has happened so far.
You tested the number 10 against the diamond?
I tested number 10
against
against
8.
8.
The di-
10 was better than 8.
and the diamond, I guess. What was that number?
I'll show you.
Diamond was number 2.
2.
And that I know. And that I know.
Just
is
so everyone can kind of get a turn with, if you guys want to try anything. For
Sorry.
Allison, for Jim and for Zoltan, do you guys want to try anything with any of the other pedestals while other people are investigating?
I
I don't wanna.
Alright, so we'll go around and give them something, and then for Frug, see what he's up to.
Oh, sure. I'll let Allison go first.
Okay, I
Yes,
kind
gotta
of
go
want. I
around
want to
too.
investigate the 8.
So 8 and 10 are the ones that Jaster's holding. So
They're
he's
only
got-
holding them in
Okay,
my
they're already
hand.
holding.
Yeah, so he grabbed the ones from 8 and 10. He's
Oh,
rubbing them
okay, then.
together currently.
Okay, then I'll go over to 7.
Check out 7. So 7 was this large boulder.
Large boulder.
What if we switch the boulder with the pebble? I don't know.
You can try to pick up a boulder.
You could try to pick up a boulder.
Okay, let's try.
It looks like a pretty heavy boulder.
I want to see.
It would be an
Do you want me to-
trick to try and move it.
Do you want me to see if I can give her some help?
Here,
I'd
no,
like Jim
no,
try.
I'd like to see how this
I
goes.
think for Jim, I think she's
Alright.
trying on her own for
Alright.
the sound of it.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
want her to try. I want her to try.
Jim hasn't flexed her strength in a while.
Yeah, Jim's my favorite, like a sleeper build.
Yeah.
I'm pretty strong too, man, for a
No,
kobold.
yeah, but the swole ball we already know about. Jim, she just goes sleeper build and pulls off the feet.
Let's see. 18.
18!
Damn!
What's your athletics?
It's a
Zero.
+0. 18 is enough. Jim just heaves and strains, and it's like it's almost this natural trained form as she seems to know where to grip these rocks to heave and move large stones.
Take cover!
As she lifts this up, are you walking or flying with this?
That is
It's like when the butterfly takes off with the horse.
It is like
Very bombardment.
Well, realistically, it'll probably be too heavy for her to fly, but it would be hilarious if she could fly.
For comedic effect, I'll allow you to fly.
Yeah, okay.
You start like flitting, straining the wings, holding this thing up. You see the arms bulging as she's holding this. Where do you try and move it to? Because depending on your answer, I will need different checks from you.
Let's see.
Watch it drop on somebody's toes.
Oh, Lord.
You're giving me the ideas. I'm not going to turn them down.
Let's see.
Comedic.
Okay.
I'll play a beeping now, so if anyone's foot dropped on.
I'm assuming you guys are where you are on the map as well. As she moves.
Okay. Alright, so...
Jim's carrying the boulder. You all can see this.
Yeah.
well, I would have moved. I would
This
have
was the
probably
pebble.
here.
If you
Yeah.
want
Like a pebble.
put it there.
Yeah, I'll put a...
So you start moving towards pedestal 9. Every 30 feet you move, which would be, so they're 10-foot squares.
Yeah.
I will need, for every 30 feet you move, please give me a constitution check.
Okay, so it'll be like...
So you'd start
10.
here. So yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
so
you'd start here pretty much, right? So
Okay,
where
yeah.
are you moving 30 feet?
Probably like around here, so I
Yeah,
can
and you
get
can
to...
go the diagonal if you want. So you're going 10, 20, 30. I need a constitution check for sure.
Okay. Oh, well, that didn't count.
Come on.
7.
All right. Justin, can I get a dexterity saving throw
Oh,
from
no.
you with disadvantage as you're distracted looking at these stones? That's a 2!
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to pick this up.
You look up from these two stones, you're doing this hardness test, as you see Jim just straining with this boulder, and your eyes meet for just a moment as you see panic fills her eyes as her grip begins to slip and the boulder drops on your foot.
Can I play this just for the hell of it?
Sure!
And this is how I can Magic Jaster just goes.
As this large boulder is basically dropped on your foot. Don't react in time to move out the way.
We'll be right back after these messages.
5 points of bludgeoning damage as this large
And
rock lands
I
on
can
your
just imagine
foot.
him that when it happens, he just like stands there and then.
I mean, you can tell me what your reaction is to this. You see she was like flying with this thing. It's just the eyes lock as she drops it. Panic.
Treetops! I tried to warn you!
Fingers.
I'm sorry. I had it.
I know. Just a we'll be right back here.
The boulder is on the ground. I guess still technically a Jaster's foot. I'm assuming you'll probably push it off. It's round enough too.
Yeah, I'll push it and scratch it.
I
You
don't.
scratch it. So, you would see both of these stones. You scratch against them. They don't seem to be. It seems like they're more damaging the boulder than they are the
Oh,
stones.
by the way, how big is the board? Like big or like?
It's a
not that
pretty
big?
large boulder.
Okay.
It's described as large boulder, so
Okay.
it's not large size, but it's pretty heavy. It's at
Okay.
least 100 pounds.
Okay, yeah, but and she was able to carry that.
She was able to carry it for a very short burst.
Yep.
You okay, Jaster?
Oh.
Fine.
Now I'll go for Zoldan. In the meantime, would you have been doing anything?
He probably would have taken a look at he looked at all the stones, but he's going to take a look at
I'll
number
pick
5.
one. Number 5 first. So you over to number 5. You would investigate it.
Yep.
Wait for those.
All right. So, what do you want to do with it? Are you wanting to go for like a?
I want to change its position.
So you're just wanting to grab it and see about moving it somewhere, or were you wanting to investigate, maybe see what it is?
I would like to do the investigate and see what it is first.
Okay. So it would be
Just a flat.
yeah. So it'd be intelligence if you're trying to see if you would know what's this, or nature if it's better for you.
Since I've only got a 1 in intelligence, it's going to be one in nature, and that's it. But
One or one.
one or one.
You could always.
Guidance.
I'm just.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
It's
Yay!
very in character for Zoltan. I know. I'll give myself guidance.
So I guess I'm gonna cast.
D20 plus a D4.
Yep. Plus a 1.
Well, yes.
That's not gonna do jack shit.
3. I mean, you could still roll. So 4. Well, yeah, no. Your highest is an 8. Yeah. I'd say you can save the time.
Just save me the time.
You're not too sure. So, Zoltan, unfortunately, in the church, they didn't teach you too much about different stones. But you can see, looking at it, I mean, it does seem like as you touch it, it's soft and a little powdery in your hands. It's a white, white with little bits of gray stone.
It's like it's easy to break completely.
Like feeling it, it feels like you think you'd probably be able to break this if you were trying.
Chalk.
Yeah.
He's gonna think about. He's gonna put it. He's gonna bring it to pedestal number 1, and kind of
All
switch
right.
and try to switch it out.
So you take the rock off of pedestal 1, and you want to set that one there.
Yep.
And it was a large chunk of
Stone, yeah.
sitting on there. So you take that one off and replace it with the other one.
The brittle stone, yeah. Because if it's going off of common sense for intelligence, he wants to try it and give it a shot. So if this is a hardness
So
test,
you set it there.
Mhm.
No change. Nothing happens as you set it down.
All right. So I switched them up. So
Yeah, I'm keeping track of where they are.
okay.
I'm being very careful too, so I don't get.
Sorry, this is very confusing.
I know. I'm trying not to get back asswards too.
So you guys think it's like a hardness?
That's what they're thinking.
It's possible.
So I will switch over for Frog out. He had an idea.
Yeah.
So Frog, in the meantime,
Actually,
is
I was watching Bosch and decided to change my mind. I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
That's what I was thinking you were planning.
And I'm going to try to use that in combination with investigation to investigate the door and the pillars to see if I can figure out anything about this test.
just double check my schools. Just check for one moment.
Okay. Kind of running on the assumption that
I mean, from first glance, it does look like a hardness test, but it could always be something else.
yeah, I was thinking it was
Oh, 3D
probably
printer?
hardness test.
Between hardness and strength.
Possibly.
And I'm going to see if there's any kind of clue of what direction we should be going. in this
So
test.
you do detect magic. You would see, obviously, the swirl of magic around your allies and all of their items.
Yeah.
But as you begin looking around at the stones, and where would you have been? Are you your position?
I'm currently right where I'm standing.
Yep. So as you look around, you would see.
So right next to me,
I want to
basically.
move up towards the.
Yeah. So tell me what you're looking at first.
Actually,
So
yeah,
you
that's
look
what I was actually looking up near where Bosch was.
So you want to go by the door, and so
Yeah.
Bosch was checking the door. He would actually
Yep.
have gone over here. So if you make your way over to that door, you would see all of this crystal glows with a strong abjuration magic.
That makes sense. All right, and I want to investigate, see if I can get anything better off. Ooh, nice. What is it? What am I? Investigation, right?
So yeah, investigation.
27.
So I mean, with a 27, definitely going more off what Bosch was looking at. It seems like some kind of magical, something magical. You can tell looking at this. This is some kind of a strong magical locked door. You figure this is more than a foot thick. Some kind of condition needs to be met to unlock this.
No kind of clue as to maybe what order the
That's it.
stones go.
From looking at the door, it wouldn't give you any clues. You'd just be able to tell it is a very strong lock. You have to find what the magical trigger is to open it.
Hey, Fred, why you still have your detect magic? Do any of the pillars seem to, like, any of the stuff that's on the pillars, any of those items light up?
Yeah, or anyone
What do you
activated?
tell me? What you look at within, what is it, 60 or 30 feet? I think it's within 30
Like
feet.
the
right?
stones.
30.
I can
Yeah,
do
so-
detect magic as well.
Tell me
Do,
when
like,
you're
the
within
other
30
side.
feet of a stone looking at it.
I want to look at this because you just
Yeah, that's
replaced
the
the
first-
first one,
That's the first one I
and you
wanted
put
to
the
look at.
brittle one.
So
see,
you turn there, and you guys are all seeing. You can really hear each other. Yeah. So as you go there, you would see the one he set down, as well as the pillar, do both have traces of abjuration magic on them.
Okay.
You would see
Like
those
they might be.
those stones glow.
On this pillar.
The one that's sitting on the pillar and the pillar itself.
I
they
have
glow
detect
with
magic. Can I cast that and do it on this one?
I mean, yeah. If you like hear him doing that, you
Yeah.
cast detect magic. I would say also for you,
Yeah.
you would see the stone Zoltan has removed does not have this trace of abjuration magic on it.
Alright, I want to take a look at that one.
Alright, and so Hana, you're kind of popping the
Well,
same
I'm just
thing.
like, if that one's activated, I just want to see if this one is, and then kind of go from there.
Okay, so you cast the spell on yourself as
That
well.
would be the diamond.
Everyone's casting
Yeah,
detect
so if you
magic
look at the
today.
diamond and the pillar both also glow with abjuration
Are both
magic.
glowing. Any
So they
difference
are
between the two?
Not that you see. It's just you can see that they have this glow and that they do seem to have traces of abjuration magic. For Hanu, so you're looking at number 9.
Whatever that one is,
The pebble, and the you're by the pebble and the boulder. Yes. As you cast the spell, you see the pillar in front of you glows, but both the pebble and boulder do not have a glow to them.
Okay. So this pedestal is glowing, but the rocks are not.
Right.
So I'm assuming that one is
Which pedestal?
this one. I did
You're
detect
opposite of each
magic
other.
on that one.
So they're across the room from each other.
So it's
you know.
so that one's not
So
glowing
the
at
pebble
all.
is not glowing.
So the pedestal is, but the pebble and
And I guess technically, Hana, you would see this as well. You would see the two stones Jaster is holding are glowing, but again, the pebble and boulder are not.
okay. So the pebble and boulder aren't glowing at all, but
That's
the
interesting.
gems that
Jaster.
Zoltan
Jester
raises
is
his hand in the
holding.
background.
I was just gonna. I'll wait till my turn because I was just
I
gonna.
mean,
Ask.
it's
Yeah,
pretty
go ahead.
loose, yeah.
What about the ruby I was holding?
You hold up the ruby. Frog would be able to see. It glows.
Okay. So the,
Oh,
so the rocks don't do shit.
gems
they have
do.
To be gems.
What-
They
what-
found my red herrings way
Yes.
too early.
You appear to be missing one.
Yeah. So we're missing. Well, if we have a boulder and a pebble, those are rocks.
Yeah.
So we're missing 2, right? Because everything
Well,
else.
he's got the ruby.
He's got a
that's
ruby.
Chunk of stone that was.
I get it.
Remember, I also have the cube that I
Is there
carved out.
another stone
You
like
pull it out?
one that wasn't like a
Huh?
gem?
glowing. Whip it out, man.
I've always had it out.
Yeah.
I haven't put it away.
Light type.
Oh, there was
Is that
one that
glowing?
was a broken
I
stalactite.
think
Sure
that's
it is.
what
Stalactite, boulder,
school that
pebble.
would be.
Can I look at the stalactite one? The one with the stalactite?
Yes, the
Oh, where
stalactite.
that one is.
So my ruby is a key too.
Yep.
That's what I'm wondering about
The
the stone I
stalactite
carved
also
out.
does not glow.
Okay. So rocks don't glow. But the gems do. Doesn't help much, but
A little Rubik's cube of a of an item here that I carved out.
Quickly go around the room
I
and
would
see if
say-
I find anything glowing that.
So your little Rubik's cube stone, it does glow with magic, but it's a different school. of
Different
magic.
school,
You know, it's
okay.
just a
Not
thing of what it'd be.
abjuration.
So it's like
Yeah.
Well,
It's a different
And
type
where
of
did you
magic.
get that one?
He turned a trap into a help item.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He
Oh,
tried to
yeah.
carve out a piece of trapped stone, effectively.
Okay.
Yep.
Like, nature, I love you. Please be my friend.
Yeah, that sounds like Vaj.
quickly as I can, I'm going to go around the room looking for any kind of glow that we may have.
So you want to scroll? So you're basically going like popping the room. So you're checking like pedestals and stuff, or just going around the
Not
whole
just
room?
The whole room. I'm I'm looking for anything that we may have missed.
All right. Well, I would say so.
Good idea.
The two figures in the room glow with magical energy. You would sense off of one of them. Actually, let me see. I'm trying to remember.
We took the malachite from the dwarf.
Oh yes, no, sorry. Off of both of them, you would detect what seems to be magic that's animating them, as well as abjuration magic.
As well as after. Oh.
Do we have to destroy them?
Their heads.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Is it their heads that are glowing with abjuration?
It is.
That's what I thought.
What,
What?
the
The
golems?
statues,
Yeah.
You would see one has a black gemstone head and one has a purple gemstone head.
Okay, so that's 2.
Obsidian, I guess.
Obsidian amethyst.
Obsidian is a very hard metal, hard mineral.
Glass.
Yeah, glass.
It's like glass.
Oh yeah, my bad.
It's,
But it's very strong
it's
glass.
sharp. It's sharp.
Oh yeah, it is. It's really sharp.
I've got obsidian bottles.
Can whoever
Okay,
can
very
speak
much
primordial,
looks like
can you ask them if we can have their heads?
No,
That
no.
just sounds horrible. The way you worded
Just
that.
ask them.
Just have them place their
Yeah.
heads on the pedestal.
Yeah, just see if
Don't
they
have to
can
remove them.
put their heads down, and one of us can just lop them off.
They're tall.
No.
They can reach.
Well, we're gonna need their heads in one way, shape, or form. So whoever can speak primordial, I think, should ask them if they
He
will
can
help.
speak it, but I was also talking to him because of this thing as well.
Sure, too.
Yeah, you have. I believe you still have that. That was a spell, right?
No, it was because of the.
Oh yes, you have it. Yes, his fancy stone was letting him speak
Yeah.
Terran temporarily.
right.
That's what it was doing. It's basically, yeah, it was letting you communicate with them,
Exactly.
commune with nature.
Wait, that sounded so horrible. Like, oh, please let me have your heads.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, no.
Also,
Well, worded differently, but
for these ones, as you are having this discussion, Monsieur, you will see they do turn and glance at your conversation.
Try to get their
My character's like,
voluntary-
why in the world? Who says
how
that?
big are they?
Big.
They are huge creatures.
Huge creatures.
They are about 15 foot tall, and they have these.
And they're
So
made
they're-
of rock.
They are these. Yeah. So
Like stone
description.
domes.
These were. So they're these large, almost. They have almost tentacle-like appendages of melded together pieces of stone, with like a large section of stone for a slender body. It's like smoothed out stone with these gemstone heads.
Well, hopefully we don't have to harm them.
Well, they said they couldn't help us last time. They can't help us with the puzzle, is what they told us.
So they won't just put their heads on the pedestals. Well, you ask
They
them.
probably won't
You
help
ask
us
them that?
solve it, but we. They
Yeah, they're not. They're
do
not.
as we ask.
We're doing it. We're solving it. See if they can place their
If not,
heads
well, we may
upon
have
the
to get a little
pedestals.
tougher.
Ask them.
Ask
You
nicely
speak. You
first.
speak primordial.
I speak primordial.
Yeah, ask them. Let me know what they say. And if they don't, I
Watch
will
this
Why
just
do I
kinda
get-
like.
try
Why
to-
do I get a bad feeling this is going to end horrible?
Yeah,
It's
some,
worth an ask. I mean,
Yeah.
all they can say is no, or they start attacking us. True.
I'd rather not. I'd
Six
rather not
of
have
us.
violence and respect Mother Earth here.
exactly same.
I'm gonna regret this. He's gonna. Excuse me, Mr.
And so I'm trying to remember. I believe the one on this side was the one with the jet head. Oh, I said what stone it was. That would be. Oops.
No, you
Yeah, I
didn't.
did. I spoiled it. Oops. I
Wait,
tried to do that.
Wait, what?
He's got a black gemstone head.
It's a black gemstone.
Yeah. Someone will have an easier intelligence check. You can't see, but for our listeners, we have Keegan furiously writing down words, scribbling like a little gremlin. Hanu, give me an intelligence check. Just flat roll.
6.
Amazingly enough, Hanu thinks and looks hard enough at this stone golem's head and believes that gemstone to be a jet.
A jet?
Yeah,
It's a kind of black
He's like,
gemstone.
that's not obsidian after all.
jet.
He had an epiphany. Zoltan, what do you say?
He's gonna try to word his things like,
I'm taking whatever you say is the real deal this time.
Oh man, I'm terrible with communication too as a player.
It's perfect. I love it.
Excuse me, Sir Golems.
Oh, I have to remember the voice for this. Humanoid interloper.
I ask a question. The gems that you have on your heads, is it possible we can use them for this puzzle? And I understand if a simple no is understandable.
You are much wiser than we'd have thought. You are correct that the gemstones that are part of us are a key to the puzzle. But we cannot remove them, as that would be removing ourselves.
So, is there any way we can earn them?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, damn
how
it.
convincing you are talking to them.
I don't think no one wants to help me with this. I don't think no one can.
Still have your guidance.
Oh yeah, I still have my guidance. I haven't used it yet.
I'll say it's been like less than a minute, just give or take. Last.
Damn it!
A 4.
No, that's not going to do shit. Why is my rolls doing so badly today?
Want to try and...
Want to try my die?
I mean, Vosh, you can also speak to them.
Yeah.
I think you have better charisma than Zoltan.
Yeah, I do.
What do you say, though? Or do you want to roll and see how good it is and then decide what you say?
Yeah.
That's always a fun one.
Yep.
They told enough to just place their heads on top of the pedestals without removing them.
15. It's a 15 altogether, so...
And it's face
Just
planted.
like literally plop your head down.
Could you just put your head on the pedestals? You don't have to...
Just face
If-
plant.
Like just, lay your head down on the pedestals, because then you won't have to give up your...
If you believe you found the pedestal where me and the other belong, we'll allow you to place a hand there. It should suffice for solving the puzzle.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry. I'm sorry about my terrible speeches sometimes.
It's like talking to a stone.
Oh, thank you very much, he says sarcastically.
That's about right for
could
the 4.
understand them.
Well, the good news is, thanks to him as well,
Frog heard a really sassy.
they will put their hands or their body parts on the pedestal,
If we've figured it out. If we figured out which ones they belong to.
so that way no violence can come here.
That's going to take one with the test.
Black stone.
And one is purple. I would say, if your character wants to assume the purple is a specific gem, your character may know purple gemstones. I would argue Jim probably knows what that one is just looking at it.
Yeah, just probably.
Jim hasn't done a lot of investigating the stones, funny enough.
That is weird, yeah. The second she gets here, she hasn't done
Her name
anything.
is Jim.
Yeah. Literally in her family's mind.
She hasn't gotten to it yet. She's been busy.
Yeah,
She had a boulder to lift.
Yeah. Alright, so I think she'll just kind of go to 6.
You start checking them out.
Yeah, go to 6 next.
Yep. Are you just trying to check what kind of stone this is?
It's a blue-green stone.
Turquoise.
So, possible turquoise or aquamarine.
Is that what you're thinking, glancing at it?
Yeah.
You can roll with advantage if you'd like to
Yes.
see if your character is sure of this or not.
They're both 11.
Wow.
They're
And
both
its
11.
intelligence?
Here, my intelligence, it's a +1, so it's 12.
With a 12, that is enough for you specifically to identify this as a turquoise.
Okay, so it is a turquoise.
Ah, turquoise. That's a good
Okay.
gem.
Am I smart enough to figure out that the diamond is the hardest?
I would say that's a very astute guess, for you're not a simpleton.
Then I would like to move the diamond from 2 to 10.
All right.
That's what I'm thinking.
As you move the diamond and place it down, there's no change.
Okay.
But they both glow?
They do still glow. So they do have a continuous glow.
Yeah, okay. So no change in the glow.
So the brittle one is here now.
And the diamond
And
is
the
down
diamond
there.
is there. So we're really banking on the fact
I'll
that it's
try
a
something
hardness
else
test.
when I have a chance.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you want to try something, it doesn't seem like anyone else is doing anything at the moment.
I would like to temporarily switch the chalk and the diamond.
No.
Oh,
So
like
which one do you?
1 in 10?
What order do you take them off and place them down?
I will take the diamond off 10, pick up.
So just keeping track of what you're holding is my thing for it. And then let's see. So you have the diamond, and then you're going to grab the.
I have the diamond. I'm going to walk over to pillar number 1, place the diamond on pillar number 1, take the chalk. Walk
So you
over.
place it on with it. As you place the diamond on the other pillar, can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Alright. Probably should have just grabbed the chalk first.
I'm scared what that
It
means.
wouldn't have changed it.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Ooh, 8.
An 8 total for con save?
Yep. Yeah.
Yes. As Frog places the diamond on the pedestal, you all see a series of these crystals begin to erupt out of the ground and begin growing around Frog's feet, trapping him in place. As you are currently restrained. Also, sorry, I do need to.
And I knocked the diamond off the pillar.
So it would also do some damage, sorry. That's 3 points of damage as you feel these gems wrap around, almost crushing against your ankles.
Knock the diamond off the pillar. I mean, knock the chalk off the pillar.
You knock it off. Sorry.
There's only a diamond on there.
Alright. There's no change as you do that. You're still stuck in place.
What about the glow? Did that change at all?
So all of these do still glow with abjuration. It would have like probably a flare of. I'm trying to think, would it be as like the trap activates effectively?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what school it
No, I
would
was
it
more
be.
interested in if the
Yeah.
glow on the pillar and the stone changed.
So that wouldn't change.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. Because he just took something. He just took the diamond off the 10, right?
Yes.
So I'm just gonna.
Careful not to grab 2 of them.
I'm gonna try putting the original number 8 down there.
But the one that was on there, which was you're going on the one that was on 8. You're putting on 10.
Yep.
So that was the teardrop shaped one. You need to start taking these off and remove.
Putting that on 10?
He's putting that on 10. Hold on. The one is on the floor currently. I need to keep track of where.
So wait, he
these
got
stones are.
imprisoned because he picked up 2 at the same time?
He's
Yeah.
assumed, yes. That's
I had
happened.
2.
So you put that one on there. Could you give me a Constitution save as you place it there?
Okay, I thought so.
1.
A 1. Similarly, pink crystals now erupt out of the ground and begin wrapping around your feet, restraining you. And dealing 5 points of damage. It's again the same crushing force bites into your ankles.
What the heck are you guys doing?
Just moving.
I just
stones.
confirmed. Don't put him on the wrong spot.
Ah.
So wait, when we moved the brittle one to the other one, it didn't do anything, and when we moved the diamond to 10,
It did.
Yeah. So we were correct at first that it goes from softest to hardest. The chalk should go back on 1, and the diamond should go back on 10.
that and if we guess wrong, crystals are up around us.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put the brittle one on 1 and the diamond back on.
As you switch them back to those places, nothing happens.
Okay.
I'm going to start whacking the crystals around my feet with my quarterstaff.
Once it, could you give me a dexterity check as you do? Try and be careful. Basically, do not harm yourself in the process.
I'm gonna have to be healing people.
I should be.
16 plus a good bit.
Yeah, plus 3.
That is enough. So as you basically chip away at these and manage to break yourself free, they don't continue to grow, but you feel like they would have probably started to sap away at you.
I'm sure they would.
Oh,
Gonna
yeah.
take the number 8 back, and then
Yep.
Alright, we
Gonna
need
try
to
to
test
escape.
these,
But
the
let
rest
me
of these
switch
first.
these
before-
Yes, because we don't want that happening again.
Sorry. So
Now
you
we see the
put-
consequences.
Okay, you put them back.
I don't know what order they're supposed to be in.
So I guess
But-
But here's the thing.
Does anybody
I
have,
put the
like,
malachite
nature yet?
on that empty one. It didn't do a
We don't
dang
have to
thing.
do it ourselves.
perfect.
What'd you say, John?
Malachite?
When I took the malachite from the
dwarf?
dwarf, and I
Malachite's
put
on
it
number
on the
4,
empty one,
right?
and it was nothing happened.
The number 4. Hit us.
Yeah, the number 4.
so 1, 10, and 4 are the right ones right now. Then we need to figure out the others. So we got 3 down out of 7.
Do you still have your
3 out of 10.
your detect magic active?
3 down,
We have
7 to go.
7 left.
I'm
What-
sorry.
Are
we're in-
those 3 still glowing?
Everything
Yeah, the
is low.
glows haven't changed.
The glow just doesn't seem to really.
Close just
matter.
tells
The
us
boulder-
The glow just
part
tells
of
us
the
that the
puzzle.
gems are part of the puzzle.
The boulder is not one of them, isn't it?
Change in the
Oh,
glow.
yeah, all the
If we put
rocks
the
do
wrong
not
one or
glow.
the right one?
Right.
The one that
Well,
does
we got a
not glow are the
clearer
pebble.
test.
The boulder and the stalactite.
Yeah. So those 3 have got to be gone. And from what I'm thinking, if what you're saying is true about gems,
So
Well-
where did you get the malachite?
I took it from the dwarf that's
Yeah.
basically in stone stone now.
Yeah, so there were 2 people embedded in the walls here, being consumed by these crystals.
Oh.
One fairy and one dwarf. The fairy is still on the side wall next to number 8. The guardians have warned you that basically
That's
they
what we'll have to
won't
do.
bother you as long as you don't try and take these prisoners that they're here guarding while they're being returned to nature.
And I made I told him, I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to get the malachite out of his hand, and they let me take it.
Does the other fairy have a gem in her hand?
nope.
We haven't
Not
looked.
holding a gemstone.
Okay.
They're
So you
just
put the malachite on 4.
4. Yep.
So that means we just need the 2 heads because there's 3 that didn't have gems.
We need
Well,
to test all of these
We
stones
need
to
to
make
test
sure.
this,
Alright.
put them in the right order.
Yeah, I know, but we only need to figure out where
I
all the rest go.
All the
But
rest
we
go.
only need those 2.
Here, yeah. Okay.
I
yeah,
thought we
good.
needed an additional one, but since you
Yeah.
already
Oh.
had the malachite,
We have one, another
Yeah.
additional one, the ruby that I
The
got.
ruby, yeah.
Oh.
So we got.
Now I see what
Yeah.
this is for.
Is his ruby
He
glowing?
got a ruby from a very similar creature to these other 2 creatures.
I didn't
Is
attack.
Is the ruby glowing with my?
It
detect
is
magic?
glowing with abjuration magic.
Yes, it is.
What did I
Yeah,
need to roll to
question is,
escape
which pillar
the
does it go on?
crystals?
Are you trying
Hey,
to
Flitty.
break them? He had broken
I
them
got a
off
theory.
himself, you saw.
Here,
Just
yeah.
kind of carefully
I
chipping
thought
away.
You might be able to help.
It's just a
Alright, hold on, let me
dexterity
get
or a
this
sleight
off
hand
this
to
pillar.
carefully
I
take
think
them
it
off
might go on
without
one of
harming
the
yourself.
softer gems.
It's like taking off a
Like
bear
over.
trap without hurting yourself.
I have no idea about the hardness of a ruby. I know it's a strong gem, but I don't know if that's
21
hard.
is enough, so you managed to just safely chip away at these and get yourself free. And again, you felt that same sapping of your inner chi. Sorry, what were you saying for Zoltan? Yes. So, Jaster breaks himself free.
I was just trying to say as a character, like, I know a ruby is strong, but I don't know the hardness of it fully. I know it's probably around somewhere around the middle or between 8, maybe. That's just me guessing.
Well,
Jim, I was going to suggest putting it on 9. What do you think?
I
Um,
think we should probably rub them together first.
Yeah.
Okay.
That,
Uh,
8 and so. Yeah, we can see if it's stronger than 8 and or 10, or the original ones.
yeah, I mean, we could try putting it on 9.
Clear, we'll say clear yellow and
Clear
the teardrop
and
yellow.
teardrop.
So, which ones are you testing with what?
I want to test both of them against the ruby.
Okay, so you give him the ruby.
Yeah, I gave him the ruby.
Okay, so Jaster also has the ruby.
Yeah, just for now.
Alright, and,
Alright, so you
and-
test it against the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
Both of the yellow gemstones do like as you do like a scratch test, they scratch onto the ruby, so they're both weaker than. Sorry, what were
And
you
Jim,
for
yeah, Jim took the turquoise and bring it over to like the other, like because figured that it's a softer kind of gem, so
Yeah.
Yep.
So bring it over the other side. So Jim has the turquoise.
yep.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay, trying to think. What? I definitely think this turquoise would be like the softest out of all these gems, but there could be a softer one. I'm not quite sure.
I don't think it's as soft as the chalk there.
Here. So probably number 2, maybe?
Well, we can test it first.
Oh, that is true.
He said it multiple times.
Unless you want to test it by putting it on there.
And risking crystals.
Tasting crystals.
Test it against the malachite. That's only number 4. And see if it scratches the malachite or if the malachite scratches
Yeah,
the
I
gem.
don't want to get embedded by a bunch of gems around.
Well, it's
Don't put it on the pillar.
don't put it on the pillar.
I'm
Just
not putting it on the pillar. I'm just going to scratch it against another gem. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, scratch it against the malachite.
Which is on PLFR.
So she
All right.
flies
So
over
what does
to
Jim
her.
do?
She goes to the number 4 where the malachite is, and just kind of scratches the turquoise against it. Oh, I'm not liking that.
It won't be a bigger.
Oh.
Do you take it off the pillar before doing
No,
this?
no, she doesn't. She.
oh.
Okay. So as it touches the malachite, because he didn't take it off the pillar, it would trigger the trap. That's why I was.
Oh, frick.
However, I'm going to give you an inspiration for being a good
Okay.
sport on staying true to what your character would have done.
Yeah.
But you are going to trigger that trap.
Oh,
It is a Constitution save, as again this light purple set of crystals just begins erupting out of the ground, now more violently than
Oh,
before.
shit.
It's a Constitution save.
15.
15 plus 2.
2, so 17.
You just succeed. But you see these crystals, you manage to lunge out of the way. You see this time a bit higher up and more aggressive than it had been before. This looks like if
so
it,
she just kind of dodges it like, whoa.
it seems like if it had caught you, it probably would have gone all the way up to Jim's waist.
Aye. Okay, not a good idea.
Probably take the better idea to take the gemstone off the pedestal first.
Here. Oh, sorry.
I will say, you do see that the malachite leaves a scratch mark against the turquoise.
Okay, so it is softer.
It's the malachite is softer than the turquoise.
Okay, the malachite is softer.
It's going to go on either 2 or 3.
So
No, the turquoise was harder. The malachite was softer.
Okay.
my
okay.
mistake.
Well, I did figure something out. It is the turquoise is harder than the malachite.
Alright, so it's above. It's 5 or above.
Yep. So let's see. Where?
Why not try the ruby next,
Oh yeah, we could try the ruby. Who has the ruby?
Jaster?
Okay.
Still have the ruby, yes.
Okay, she flies over to Jaster.
Don't you just love puzzles as a player?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see the ruby.
Pretty sure the ruby goes on 9.
We can put the ruby then.
Possibly.
Hmm.
It's a big chance.
You say give Frog the ruby?
Yeah,
Gem
wait.
was on the court.
Gem
Jim's a ruby.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
it must have scratched it.
Yeah, she wants to scratch it.
You just want to scratch the ruby against it?
Yeah.
The turquoise would be softer than the ruby. You can find
Yeah.
out from scratch testing it.
Here, yeah, so just gotta scratch test it.
Yeah, and you see the
So-
ruby is the harder gemstone.
Well, the ruby is definitely harder than this turquoise, so it is probably maybe somewhere like less around between 5 and 7. That's my guess.
So there's a.
And you had grabbed it off pedestal at 6 originally.
Maybe it was on the right pedestal.
It's a possibility.
Okay, let me.
Before you do that, let me give you guidance just in case that's a trap.
Yes, please. I don't want to get.
But that's where it originally was on 6.
Yeah, but we didn't know.
We didn't know it at the time when we removed it the first time.
Yeah,
So I'm going to give her guidance just in case it's the wrong one.
Trial and error.
She goes back to pedestal 6 and puts the turquoise back.
Constitution.
I knew it!
Shit.
As once again, this time a lovely blue set of crystals erupts out of the ground.
Good thing I gave her. Good thing I gave her that.
6 plus 2, so 8.
You got a
Plus
D8.
D4.
D4. I don't think it's gonna matter this time.
6 plus 2, so 8. Yeah.
It's a 4.
So even with that, 12 total.
Oh,
right?
she has an inspiration, doesn't she?
You do. Would you like to re-roll
Wait,
that?
do I have a?
Yeah.
I gave you one for being honest about
Oh, yeah,
the.
yeah.
I would have
Do you
scratched
want-
it without lifting it. Do you
Yeah.
want to use it?
Yes, use it, please.
All right. Again, yeah. So let's see how the roll goes.
Okay, so
You get to re-roll.
a
And you
re-roll.
keep the D4 if you want.
I'll keep D4. Yeah,
Yeah. It's
Re-roll the D20.
16.
plus
Much better. As just once again, you're almost reliving the moment.
Whoa.
You spring out of the way as you just get this sense as you drop the stone. You feel the earth
Yeah.
begin to shift around you and pull yourself back. As you see even larger now, this burst of crystals, almost pointier, more jagged, more aggressive, pulse out of the ground.
Okay, maybe I was wrong.
Okay, so 6 is a no-go for turquoise, so that means either 7, 8, or 7 or 8 at this point.
Or 5.
No.
No,
I said we
maybe
test
not.
the
No,
ruby
wait, not
against
5 because
the
we just
heads.
tested 6. So
Against the
Tur-
what?
yeah.
The heads.
So
Gently.
The heads of the guys.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
so-
right, yeah.
yeah, so maybe 7.
Let's test
Maybe
the
7?
turquoise against the teardrop and the clear one.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let me just kind of go over to
It's racking my brain.
Okay,
Fun
so
one.
It
I was
is.
wondering, I felt like you guys were going to get the puzzle really fast or not.
No, this is taking time, but it's fun.
I know. It's a nice puzzle. It's a good stumper.
Weird. Yeah, definitely that will be our session for today. It was this
Yeah,
puzzle.
I know. D&D puzzles, especially when they're thought out a bit more.
Yep. Alright, yeah, so
And
she
there's red
would.
herrings.
Yeah, so I think she'll take the yellow, the yellow orange one that he has, and just rub it against.
Which one? He has
Oh,
a
wait,
yellow
wait.
one. And,
Teardrop and the clear
so
one.
a clear yellow and a teardrop.
Oh,
would be
yeah,
our description. Unless someone wants to
let's-
try and identify these stones.
Let's try the teardrop.
Let's try both of
Huh?
them. So let's try both of them.
Let's
Try both of them against the one you've got.
Let's try the teardrop one first.
All right. So against the turquoise,
Yeah.
the teardrop one is softer than the turquoise.
Here.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe that one's
so-
supposed to be on 6.
You try the other one. The other one is harder than the turquoise.
Okay, so
Oh.
so the
So
clear
the
one
clear
is
yellow's
harder,
harder.
and the teardrop one is softer. So maybe 7 or 8? No, wait, no, probably 7.
It has
Does
to
she
be-
still have guidance on her, just in case?
Yeah,
I'd
put
say
that one
for
on
like a moment she just.
7.
Which one? The turquoise?
Yeah. Yeah, let's put the turquoise on 7.
You put the turquoise on 7?
okay, I'm gonna try putting it on 7 this time.
It is a constitution saving.
Gosh
How
damn!
about we don't do it until we figure out?
Gem, so it would be another roll with guidance.
Here.
Yeah.
She's pretty fortuitous for dodging traps.
Yeah, but this is starting to weigh heavily.
It's getting a little spooky.
Not 20.
Nice.
Jim's getting real good at dodging them, though. As you see, an almost fairy-sized, just jagged series of spiked gemstones erupts out.
Well,
This looks like it would have been very painful had it been her.
Let's figure out which one's the hardest before we put any more of these
I
gems
thought
on
that's
top
what
of
we're
it.
doing.
It's been some good trial and error.
It's trial and error, but
Okay.
So it doesn't go on 6.
it doesn't go on 7 either.
Doesn't go on 6 or 7.
So maybe that's 5 for that one.
And I would... No.
Oh my
I
gosh!
don't want to help with the puzzle. Never mind. I was going to be helpful. I went, nah, I'll let you guys figure it out.
Yeah.
I helped too much.
I'll wait.
It's all my fault.
I'll wait this time. I'll wait.
5 actually sounds like pretty good bet, actually.
Well, if the ruby is stronger than that. Oh. The ruby was stronger against the turquoise, right?
Ruby was stronger. The
If it doesn't go
clear one
on.
was stronger.
Wait a minute.
I think
the
Ruby
diamond's
goes
gotta
on
be
9 and the
stronger.
turquoise goes
Diamond
on
we
8.
already figured out.
Yeah, the diamond's going to be the strongest.
Yeah, we
Diamond's already on 10 and it didn't attack. So
Yeah.
Diamond is in the right place and that's on 10.
You want me to try 9 very quickly, since it's been scratching against other ones, or do you want me to?
You want to take a chance?
For the ruby,
I might as well. Let's see.
you set it on 9.
Yes.
Nothing happens as you place the stone down.
So 9 is right.
So, that solves that.
So we got the
Okay.
2 hardest.
And now turquoise. Do we want to? Do you want me to try to put it on 8, Gem, for you?
Yeah, I don't want you to get hit
Not
with
8.
the...
Not 8.
Not
Okay.
8? Not 8? Why not 8?
Because the 1 stone was harder than...
The other one, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah, so,
I'm so glad you remembered. It's what I wasn't saying.
So
I
the
think
yellow,
it's-
yellow one, the harder
So it
yellow
is-
one, I think would go there.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
the clear one.
The clear yellow
Yeah, the
one
clear yellow.
on 8.
8.
So who wants to put the clear one on 8?
I'll go and
Not
walk
me, I
over.
don't fuck around with
Clear.
gemstones anymore.
I'll go walk it over.
You set it down.
Yeah.
As you set it down, number 8. Nothing happens.
All right.
You get out of my head, you.
Okay,
All right.
So what was the,
10, 9, and 8 are done.
So what is the clear yellow one? Like what gym was that for?
So I think maybe
It's clear and yellow.
I think maybe
Okay.
turquoise would go on the next
Did
one.
you want to try and
No, no, no.
identify that one?
I kind of do because
It is an intelligence or nature check to identify the type of stone. It's been an option the whole time.
Let's see.
I would test the
It
turquoise.
is both the same. Both the
I would
same.
test the turquoise against the
So
obsidian
and it,
and
that's a
and the
11 right
amethyst.
there.
An 11.
We have to
is
ask the heads, right?
Yeah.
So she doesn't know the clear
Oh,
one.
you-
Okay.
That's true.
You probably still have guidance on you if you want to roll a D4.
Nah, it's
Still
alright.
keep casting it.
It's all right. I'm
Okay.
good.
You forgot what that one is. There's a
Yeah.
lot going on this week.
Do you want me to ask those 2 heads?
Please.
Which gemstone was it?
The malachite. We're testing the malachite, right? No,
The turquoise.
The turquoise.
Turquoise.
All right.
Versus the amethyst and the
Jet.
All right.
And the jet.
It's not jet though.
Yeah,
Blackstone.
Yeah, the
Yeah, it
black
is.
stone is jet.
Black,
We identified
Blackstone
It
is
did
jet.
succeed.
Yeah.
Because I accidentally said
Alright.
it. So I gave
At
you
least
that.
against the jet.
Excuse me again, sorry.
So proper.
To the 2. What?
So proper.
Hey, he's trying to be respectful to these guys. May we test the turquoise against your gemstones that you have in your head just for scratch effectiveness, please?
Hardness.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, my
Can we scratch a rock on your head?
10 plus 1. Yeah, no, it's just a flat 10.
No.
Of course. I'm terrible today with rolls.
You could just throw it at
Okay,
the
you want to borrow mine?
We don't trust you very much.
That's fair.
Humanoid.
What if it was me?
Still going to have to say no to that one, little one.
Just throw it at their head.
No, you out of your mind.
Crazy.
Turn to combat after like so long.
I'm going to run an I want to do an intelligence check to see if I can figure out, having my tests in schools and such. Okay, we're going with the turquoise, the jet, and the amethyst. Of the 3, if I know which is harder and softer.
I'd say if you like are trying to figure out the hardness of a specific stone, I'd say you could probably do a roll for like one individually.
Okay.
But versus each other, I mean, I think more probably your assumptions. But you could roll to see if you like know how hard a stone is. I would say.
Would you like some guidance, or would you like
Maybe-
not?
I mean, you could go intelligence or history. Something like history would be reasonable for that.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with history. And we'll try the jet first.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
so
a lot.
yeah.
25, right?
22.
Oh, it's not a proficient one, huh?
No, it's 5.
Yeah. Okay. So 22. You would know jet is a softer, cheaper stone.
Okay.
Still in the category of precious gemstone. but it's not too rare and it's not an extremely sturdy stone. You know, people usually use it for cheap jewelry or wand components.
I never knew that.
Okay. Didn't need it.
Too bad there's no emerald. I didn't know that.
The,
So we have what? These three figured out?
no, I want to do the
Those three figure out in the first one.
10,
Yeah,
9,
10, 9,
8.
And the malachite and
So
One and
this,
four.
the 7, I mean, this is just a guess.
Too many at once, but hang on. Okay.
I think will be the amethyst. Because, I mean, this is just like me, not as like my character.
It could be your character. Your character could have the same thought as you thinking it.
So I think we should ask one of the purple dude head to touch 7 and
No.
see if that does anything. Because you just said he has to touch it, right? Just say,
Yeah,
hey,
he has
could
to
you-
touch it, but
Could you touch 7?
do we want to do that before we have everyone else's figured out?
I mean, they didn't say
asked-
they
you
didn't
asked
say
the
that.
purple. So you're asking the purple one, right? So
Yeah.
You're saying,
They didn't say they
it,
needed to be like the last ones to
It
do
would
it.
turn towards the two of you, and it would say, as the other one said, we will allow you to place a hand onto the pedestal. Basically, they'll allow you to put one of their hands on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I say 7.
Riddle
So
would
it's
say
still
this.
you effectively touching.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do it as Hanu.
So you go with Hanu. So Hanu
Here
will
goes
basically walk
Hanu
over.
becoming a gem
this-
again.
So this 15-foot tall creature slinks over and holds out this slender rock hand to you, and you move it. It moves almost like a whip as it sways and shifts. And as you place it to the pedestal, nothing happens.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Very good, Hanu. Very good. Very good.
Amethyst is on 7.
That was 7. Amethyst is 7.
All right. So we got the malachite, and we got 5 out of. Actually, we got 6 out of 6. 4 left to figure out.
Yeah, 4 left. And the turquoise was
Softer.
soft, softer.
I don't know
than-
about the turquoise. I rolled a 9 total.
Well, you got a lot of clues about the turquoise.
I think it's on 5.
You know it's. Let's say you
I kind of
guys.
think that
Part of the
too.
malachite and
Well, I was gonna say.
Part of
I
them
don't
is-
want to spoil it, but yeah, I think Jasper's
Teardrop.
got it. You guys did some testing, if you remember.
we did.
Now I just want to go back to
No
Magic
numbers that
School
it's
Bus.
not on.
We do.
So remember the freaking hardness test from that thing years ago.
Teardrop is softer than the turquoise. So I'm thinking the teardrop is probably going to be going 5, and the turquoise on 6.
Turquoise should be on 6. Something
Yeah.
like
Oh, I was gonna say we already did put turquoise back on 6.
No, 6.
Yeah, so
Alright,
turquoise
well.
definitely did not go on 6, so 5.
It was harder than the malachite.
What's
so
on
we put it
6?
on 5.
So 5.
Who goes to put it on 5? Jim once more.
Wait, which one's on 6?
We
No-
try to put the turquoise
Nothing's on 6 at the moment.
Yeah, nothing's on 6. We try to put the turquoise on 6, back on 6. It, almost so.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah.
got to go on 5.
So 5,
So Jim places it on pedestal 5.
Yes.
No change.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. It's on
Okay.
it's
And the
5.
malachite's on 4, right?
Right.
Yes.
What's on 3?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Stalagmite at the moment.
Stalagmite?
Yeah.
No, I think someone taken that one off. I think it's just empty at the moment. No, sorry, that does still have a stalactite sitting on it. No one's touched that.
And what's on 2? Is anything on
Nothing's
2?
on
Nothing.
2.
Nothing's on 2.
So we need the softest.
Currently, nothing is on 2. A stalactite is on 3. Nothing's on 6, and you've just placed the
Amethyst guy
no,
on
well,
7.
the turquoise on 5.
Yep.
So we got 2 out of 3 left. 3 left, I mean.
The 3
Yeah.
left. Yeah.
All right. So. Oh boy.
The rounded. The teardrop.
Teardrop one has to go on either 2 or 3. We'll try to identify the teardrop one.
All right.
Excuse me.
That might be topaz or 8
14 plus 5, 19.
With a 19, you would be able to identify it as a piece of amber.
Amber.
Oh,
That's
amber.
got to be 2.
So yeah, so
I'm thinking that's got to be
clear
2.
one has to
Because
be
amber's
purple.
usually.
I'm gonna try to.
It depends on the amber.
I'm surprised nobody's tried just seeing if they can break one of these two. It felt like the go-to Bosch move for me.
No,
How hard can I squeeze it?
no.
I just was worried that would like.
Remember, Vosh is trying to be
stop us
respectful.
from being able to use it.
He's behaving. He's on good behavior. Oh, sorry. So, what do you guys do with
I
that?
say amber goes to 2. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree.
I'll put the amber on 2.
It's as good a guess as any.
Hanu goes to put the amber on 2. As it does. Hanu, can you give me a relaxed breath as nothing happens?
All right, now for the last one.
No, we got 2 more.
Oh,
We got 2 more.
Don't we?
But the
Yep,
jet should
3
go
and
on
6.
3.
You think the
Yeah,
jet
3.
will go on 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we need to ask the
Yeah.
dude to put his hand on 3.
You want me to do it this time?
Sure. Done
Um,
the last couple.
he's gonna go over there. Yeah, he's gonna ask him to put it.
Go to guide him to put his hand on 3.
Yep.
As you do, his hand is placed on there. There's no change.
Alright, what's the last
So
stone
what
that
do
we
we have
need for
left?
6? We only have 6 left, so we need to know where what's the last stone.
Was there
What's
anything
the-
on
Oh,
file?
we still have the teardrop yellow.
Yeah, the teardrop, we
Yeah,
haven't...
the teardrop
that's-
one
that
was the
yeah,
amber.
that's it, amber.
The
Yeah,
amber.
okay.
So we
Okay.
don't have any more stones.
Was there anything on 5 right now?
They're on 5 or no, 6. 6 is empty. 5 is the turn.
Oh, that's right.
6 is empty.
So
More stone?
we're down a stone.
Thought we had enough.
Wait a minute.
Why
Pardon
don't
me.
you put a piece of stone on there?
The only other person I could think of, because you already took the stone from the dwarf.
Yeah, and that's on 4.
The only other one who's in the room looks to the fairy,
Yeah.
and she has no gem on the individual. So the only other possible thing I could think of would be, no. I don't know why my brain's thinking that fairy swallowed it.
We had enough. What happened?
Did we have enough?
I think.
Yeah, there was some...
I think one of the ones we were counting was just a regular piece of stone.
Yeah. We
The,
had
the
3
pebble,
here.
the boulder, and the stalactite were not.
Those were regular
Try the
stones.
stone.
There was a...
They were not glowing.
Yeah, they weren't.
The chunk of
But
stone
there was a...
was.
Yeah, the chunk of stone was.
So
Oh,
we
it
could,
was.
so if we pick up that chunk of stone that was
Maybe
originally on
we
number
missed
1.
something?
I'll say, would anybody like to roll an intelligence check
Me.
for a clue that isn't Frug? That feels like
Me.
cheating. He's already smart.
Nope.
Oh, yes. 17.
You can roll one too for Frug.
Me, let's see.
16.
This is just a memory check because it's been a
11.
good week and some of you weren't actually here for this part.
16.
I'm actually at a loss.
So it's at a loss.
I thought
What
you
did you
said the one that was originally on number 1 was glowing, which was just a chunk of stone before.
No, the chunk of stone was not glowing.
Oh, okay.
What did you guys get for those intelligence checks?
15.
16.
17.
11.
There you go.
You didn't roll. You were there. You could roll for it.
Good intelligence.
You got a 10. Pretty average. Those of you over 15.
16, yeah.
Just a reminder for you. You have checked out 2 out of 3 of these mine shafts and had gotten the ruby from one of those 2 mine shafts.
We gotta go back to the other one.
Ah, crud monkeys.
Where the,
All right, we're gonna have to go back.
There's a reason those guardians weren't too worried about you guys solving the puzzle.
We didn't have everything.
Alright, back we go.
So you guys, previously out of 3 mine shafts, there had been one overgrown with blue crystals, one with purple crystals, and one with pink crystals.
We went down the blue and pink.
You did. You had not explored the purple one, the sanctual mine shaft.
Alright, let's do it.
All right,
It's like overrun, like we can't get through it.
So it was in sections. It was lighter, was heavily. It has these crystals glowing strongly there, getting brighter and more grown, almost like an overgrowth of blooming plants, filling the cavern with crystal. There was sections where Vosh had to smash through to get through, and at the end of the pink one, you had found this fairy who had been half consumed in this crystalline structure, part of her body going like translucent as she was being absorbed into this crystal. And they had saved her.
Oh, that was the fairy I was watching.
That was the fairy who you guys had taken back to the central shaft, which you'd come into contact with as you make your way back. She's just kind of treating the wounds, trying to stay slumped against a rock. You see she's sitting well away from any of these crystals and just...
You feeling any better?
I'm holding in there, but I hope someone can make it down to rescue us soon.
We almost have this one puzzle solved down here. We just needed one more thing.
There's a puzzle now, too?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Everything in here has gone so crazy lately.
This is what happens when you get greedy.
My point exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't greedy.
The
earth elementals might disagree.
Yeah, you kind of accidentally overmined because you were...
Being forced to?
Exactly, yes.
Well, we'll have to see the whole thing here at this point. Alright, should we go down?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get the other piece we need.
We don't need to talk about who blames who. There are consequences for every action here.
Oh,
Yeah.
please, she's shown a perfect set of behaviors. I know what to expect.
But how dare you? Oh, look, me loving Jess is just a me thing.
Hey, want a gem?
Oh, yes.
OR, give me patience here.
Help me out here.
I'm just being funny.
Like I said.
Oh gosh, damn it! I was just being jokey.
You feel
Nothing.
You feel a heavy wash of peace come over you as you hear the bickering between them, and suddenly your head is filled with the roar of heavy metal music washing out the sound. You have full Doomslayer soundtrack just in your head bobbing along as you're walking through into
And I give thanks to OR for that, so I don't have to listen to them bicker.
I love rolling a D100 anytime he asks his god for anything.
It's just like more like, give me patience, please. I don't want to deal with this shit.
It's because he does prayers to his gods, so I like to see when they get answered. Divine intervention's cool, but it's
As he
cooler when
starts
it's not
bobbing his
forced
head,
ability.
Frog stops the argument right away.
I know, they're both just kind of like, what's he doing?
I suppose there are worse things than greed.
I think he's jamming out to something.
Jen just kind
Music.
of like flies over and
Song.
pokes at his head.
Something.
Like,
I don't
is
know.
he okay?
Huh?
Is he
You are-
okay?
You are at peace.
Like, is he okay?
Just pokes at his head.
He has smiles on his face right now, just relaxing while he's walking.
Are we gonna go
I was assuming you guys were making your way into the tunnel.
Yes.
So you would again find sections overgrown with these gemstones, where it's blocked off.
Hey, hammer time again?
Vosh, hammer time.
Hammer time.
Just once again, give me an attack roll and then a damage roll to see how well you are getting through this large set of gemstones. Total for the attack.
Let's see.
4 plus your bonuses? Or no, it was not 4, was it?
No. It's 18.
18. It was next to a 4.
It was next
I
to a
could
4.
see the 4.
Yeah.
So, very successful.
Yeah, very
So far.
successful, yeah.
Just
And then-
roll me damage.
So damage for the 1d12. Sorry. 1d12. It's a 3.
So,
3 for the
you're
damage.
hitting it hard. You find it's difficult to get purchase in this. It does take a while chipping away at small sections to get through. But you do eventually manage to make it through.
Alrighty. Well, that was a slog.
I'm guessing purple crystals are a little bit tougher.
Yeah. At least for hammers.
Let's keep moving.
No, you.
Oh yeah, I saw that the last thing.
Monocle. Almost bought one. A real monocle.
Oh, nice.
Playing with the Facebook algorithms. And at one point I was getting advertisements for unicycles, bowler hats, and monocles all at the same time.
Okay.
All right. So you guys. Okay. He's got a coin in his eye. You guys slowly make your way through. As you get further in. Also, sorry, it would get to where it is a tight, basically, just one person's walking space tunnel. As this was originally a mine shaft for fairies. Who would be taking point on this, and what kind of be the pecking order?
I'm still in front, so.
Vosh in the
I'll
lead.
go last.
I figured.
I'll go behind Vosh.
And I'll be behind.
Hiding in the
Take
middle.
3.
I'll be behind him.
3, 4. Wait. Were you by the back?
One,
No.
two.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So turtle in the back. Oh, the pecking order in front. So you would be the first to see the scene before you as you get to the end of this tunnel. It's about 10, 20-minute walk as you're going through. A lot of it just seems like this mine shaft has been picked clean, and you actually do stop seeing these crystals forming after a while. And as you get further down, you can hear a faint crunching sound. Like the sound of almost glass shattering.
You guys hear that?
Yeah, does that sound?
That does not sound pleasant.
It does not.
And this is just, you can hear in front of you just this crunching, glass breaking noise.
Reminds me of that. Those geonates we saw.
Yeah, those guys eat the.
I'm guessing we have a creature that could possibly eat glass, or we're going to deal with something worse.
Or probably both.
Fair enough. All right, weapons ready.
Maybe.
You hear a breaking of stone. Do you carry on forward?
Yeah, carry on carefully. Carefully carry on forward.
So
Very.
slowly leaning forward, you have your weapons drawn.
No, just defensively for me. I'm
Just-
So you're just at the ready, keeping an eye out, but no weapons drawn.
no
Yeah,
weapons drawn
mine's
for me
not-
because I'm going to see if I can try to do this peacefully.
Mine's also just my hand on my blade, not
Alright.
pulling it out.
So, you would see, as you make your way deeper in, you'd have to get pretty close. Are you moving stealthily or anything, or just walking normal?
Just walking normal, but just carefully.
Alright, so it'd be definitely a lot louder as you get closer. Oh, no. Ah, delicious. As you hear the crunching of stone and crystal. And you see as you get to the end of this mine shaft, what looks like, a spot where pickaxes have been, laid down and left behind. Probably passed by a few emptied mine carts. And you see before you a large, rocky creature. Or, sorry, no medium-sized, really, rocky creature. Almost stone-like skin with a large eyeball on the center of its mass, holding above its head with 3 powerful arms. What seems to be a large crystal that seems to vaguely resemble humanoid features somewhere in the middle of it, as it chomps away from the feet up and begins munching away at this crystal happily.
Oh boy.
What color is the crystal?
It's like the same crystal you guys had seen, the purple crystal you guys had seen growing previously. It seems to have found a large chunk of this that it is eating. It would be recognizable to you guys as one of these people that have been turned to crystal.
So he's eating.
He's
the
eating
person.
the crystal.
What was it?
Fully turned, or is there like?
Fully turned.
So no saving him.
You would
Do we
also
see
see.
any odd stone anywhere?
I'll say also, as you guys do get here, it does open up into a bit of an open chamber where you wouldn't be stuck in single file. You can see before you. He would also turn to look at you. Hello, travelers. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey there.
Oh.
Hi.
Salutations.
I hope you're not here looking for any gemstones. There's quite a bit, but I've had my fill for the day. And,
We are looking
slap
for
pits clean.
one gemstone in particular, though. But I mean, I don't know if you might have seen it.
Which one? I've had many delicious gemstones today. These crystals, they keep growing all over the place. It's been a feast.
Can I cast Detect Magic and see if I can see one that's glowing?
Yes, you cast detect
With the
magic.
aberration, yeah.
You would be able to see in this figure's mouth, which his mouth is coming like out of the top of his head, in between these three large arms, these large clawed arms, and he looks at you quizzically with one eye. And there's verbal components for this spell, right? I think there is for detect magic. Is there like the gestures and the verbal components?
Let's see.
He's trying to check too.
Yep.
So let's see if there's like obvious signs.
Yeah, V and S. So that's
Yeah, so
vocal,
you've got
verbal,
hand gestures
somatic.
and words. So he like eyes you up and down with this one big yellow eye, slitted almost like that of a snake, and it kind of peers at you as you cast the spell, and like your eyes begin to glow, and you would see jammed between a couple of his teeth, on the top of his toothy maw, you would see this green, fairly pale green gemstone that does glow with abjuration.
I need that one.
You would
I'll point
also
to it.
see a pile of rubble scattered about in this area. Does seem to have very faint traces of magic that used to be present in it. Very similar to that of the other golems you had seen.
It ate the other golems?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
So he ate a golem?
You could infer that for sure from that, but that's just only Hanu has seen this information so far.
I would pass that on, and then I would.
So
point at
you're
the-
saying that to everyone there.
Yeah.
As you say that, the creature right in front of you would go, oh, I did miss one. And starts pulling it out. You can see the gemstones pointing off like a teardrop. It picks it up in one of his hands and starts picking at its teeth with it.
Hey,
Hey,
Oh, I
that,
didn't miss any others.
We'll trade you that gemstone for, I reach in and pull out a geode, this one.
I need to roll for it.
wait, what? Is he fooling him?
no, he actually has. He picked up a whole bunch of geodes earlier.
Well, it's the creatures
Oh,
maker.
okay.
Yeah.
What's so important to you about this gemstone? Travelers?
It's for a puzzle that we need to solve to help save someone.
Not a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
But this is a piece to my puzzle as well. If
Puzzle.
I eat it, my stomach will feel complete.
But this one's got a surprise inside.
Give me a persuasion check.
It's like a Kinder Egg.
Can I help him with this?
I would say, I mean, he's really just already done it, you
Yeah.
know.
5?
That might only be a 12.
Is it a 12? Is it?
3 plus 8 is 11.
Okay. With an 11, he'd say, I do love a good surprise, but I'm no fool. This seems quite important to the lot of you.
There's 6
Need
of us.
something
and
better to sweeten the deal.
One of you.
Ruby?
You a different Ruby? Like the
Yeah.
one? See it? Say, ooh, now that's a good deal. I love hard candy.
I'll trade
The
you.
geode and the ruby. Then have yourselves a deal.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
It's fine,
so
as long as
you
it's not
guys
one of the ones
trade
from the
off
puzzles.
The geode and the
It's-
ruby. He'll hand you this green gemstone. Who would take it? Either of you? Doesn't matter. Who wants? I would assume one of them is.
I'd take the green one.
Pass it over to him.
Yep.
All right. So you've got the gemstone.
Yep.
And then you see he just merrily crunches away at these other 2 things of gems. Oh, my favorite. And lets out like a loud burp. Bon appetit.
All right.
Bon appetit.
Thank you very much.
We
And-
gotta get going. Thank you.
Well, I was actually headed that way too.
No.
No.
But where else would I go? I'm at the end of the mine. There's nothing left to eat. Don't worry.
He doesn't seem hostile. I'm protected.
Zorn stomachs can't digest human flesh anymore.
Oh, that's what you're called?
Yes. Yes.
All right. There's
All
2
right.
more mine shafts. You should go down there.
Ooh. Yes, I think I missed a few of these purple ones.
Probably should go.
I found the purple ones. They taste a bit better.
Probably should go down the pink ones.
He's really not going to, be dissuaded at all. It's like, ugh. Well, I may go find somewhere to rest and get started on that one tomorrow. Seems like there's more and more to pick clean. Usually the fairies, they're getting everything lately. I've had to shoo a couple of them away from my usual food supply, but it's been so abundant I've been a bit of a pig. I assume it's like as you guys are walking down the shaft.
Yeah.
But yeah, he will just happily, make his way off. I would say the only part where it may raise some alarm is as you get back to that main entrance, you would see very briefly, he does just seem to give a bit of a sideways glance towards the fairy who had been partially turned to a gemstone or crystal.
I keep walking.
He kind of glances his way off towards the other shafts and goes, "No, too much flesh in that one." Ah.
Good.
And you'd see he just begins making his way off, climbing back up where the river you guys had seen was, and just making his way off into the distance.
Oh boy.
Oh, also for reference, yeah, that would have been a smaller green gemstone.
Yeah.
Would have been what was left.
Can I see if I can know what it is?
You absolutely can. Nature or intelligence.
I think I've had enough of mine shafts for a while at this point.
It's not that good. It's a 7.
It was 7.
Well, I mean, can I do investigation, seeing as I'm...
That'd be the roll for it. It'd be intelligence.
Well,
I'm rolling something though. Rolling D100. Vosh, I'm going to say, from somewhere in your background, if you want to choose to describe how you know what this is, but you can recognize this as a peridot.
Peridot.
Oh, hey.
I know that from that TV show.
So does everyone else.
Probably I probably would have remembered it from
when
Very
it rained
good
down
show.
from the
Seeing-
sky in Hawaii after the volcano.
By the way, for reference, this was the creature you guys were looking at.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That
jeez.
is,
Oh,
that is
boy.
terrifying.
That's
Yeah.
not normal.
Feel free to look up a Zorn if you want. If you know
I like that.
if you know magic, they're pretty fun. They love eating treasure and gemstones. Can't digest people. Not so tasty.
well, so basically, yeah, what he would probably remember those being used to, carve runes and stuff into weaponry that he used to use.
Oh, that's totally different than I thought it was.
Mm.
Well, he is.
Oh, with an X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a Z.
No. Different Zorn. Copyright issues. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. So he would have probably realized that they would have used that for decoration on different weapons or armor from when he was learning how to be a smith and learning his rune knight background.
Alrighty. So with that, I'm assuming you guys want to make your way
Yep.
back.
Yep.
And try and solve this puzzle. Alright. You've got one consonant left. What do you think it is?
Put it there.
Spin
Peridot.
the wheel.
Put it on the peridot.
6.
Put it on the stool.
Yeah,
Yep.
put it on the.
All right,
On
number
6.
6, Constitution save.
Gosh damn it!
Really?
No. Yeah, it's the right one. You do watch as you place this gemstone on the pedestal. You would see the large vault-like door of crystal begins to shimmer, and it begins to shift as layer by layer these crystals spiral and merge back into the ground, opening what would probably be about 4 to 5 foot thick of these crystals that spirals away and opens up a large tunnel that seems to lead down.
All right, but before we go down, I would thank the the two golems for their help, and then kind of give them a heads up that there's a
I will
Zarn.
say, as you guys come back, you would see the two golems now just sit patiently, almost like the thinker pose, just sitting atop the pedestals, glancing as you come in.
Yeah. Well, I after we solve it, I'll be like, well, I thank them for, all their assistance that they have helped us with, and
they're not actually alive, right?
but then I'd also warn them about the Zarn that's in the cave before we go down.
A Zorn,
Yeah.
quite the troublesome creature.
Yeah.
Thank you for the warning.
I'm
You're
pretty
very welcome.
sure. Oh wait, we don't know that they host
I
creatures.
told you guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
you
told us.
mentioned it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he ate one of you guys. I'm sorry.
No matter, they can be reformed. The Zorn does not typically take more than needed. It is
Pretty-
part of the ecosystem.
He pretty much cleared out a whole freaking cavern over there.
Yet nature persists.
Fair enough.
All right, I just wanted to give a heads up, and then I would continue going down then after giving him the warning.
All right. You do see, though, they do as you, rather than watching you guys as you make your way down, their attention does stay fixed on the way you came from.
Right.
Sorry, I confused myself by the way I wrote it. Anyhow, as you guys begin making your way through, you would see the area opens up into a much wider, much more open, and far too cleanly carved out section of stone that almost slopes down, going deeper and deeper. And as you make your way, it's maybe 5-10 minutes of going down. Seems like it's just down and down along the way. And you begin to feel heat rising up.
Uh-oh. I'm guessing we're getting close to magma or lava. Take your pick.
Anything getting hot here?
Yeah, magma's underground, lava's
This whole world's inside a book. It can't be very deep to the core.
It's a heck of a read.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep going.
As you guys make your way down, you do see pooling streams of magma lead to a large, open section of cavern, hundreds of feet wide, where this magma pools around. Going down, there's it'd be like a single sloped section on columns of natural earth that leads down to what seems to be a large platform atop the magma, where you can see a large mass of crystal seems to be formed in front of what would be about 5 large boulders sitting in like a semicircle around the crystal. You can see poking out of them a series of large gemstones from each of the boulders, about 5 or 6 different colored gemstones, all protruding. And from where you're at, you have to be still probably about 100 feet up and away. Whatever this is, it is immense.
Like it's just a bunch of crystals, or it looks like a creature?
It's 5 large rocks. They look like these large, rounded stone boulders, but protruding out, like much more noticeably, as they have these large, raw gemstones protruding out of all the different types you'd seen and more. Large sections of them seem to poke out from different sections of these boulders.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going.
So you guys make your way down this sloped ramp of stone above this magma. You begin to feel the heat around you rising up. Probably begin sweating and getting uncomfortable as you get closer. You find yourselves atop this large platform in front of this. As you get towards these stones, as you make your way onto the platform, the gemstones embedded in these boulders begin to glow. And you all hear in your heads, "Interlopers, why have you come here?" As the bridge of stone behind you crumbles and drops into the magma below.
Great.
We have come to take
Oh,
Neil.
sorry. One more thing. Very important visual I've missed as you got closer.
Mm-hmm.
You would all see an older fairy man. Everything but his head embedded in these crystals. You see his body is beginning to show the signs of this translucent appearance, as most of him seems to have been absorbed into his crystal. But you see he begins scanning around, looking wide-eyed at all of you.
I would still continue.
Sorry, cutting back to
Yeah, I was like, we're here to make sure he leaves this mine
Here.
and
Bring it back up.
yeah, bring him back to the surface. But because I also want to try to negotiate peace between you, because they have been tricked into overmining. They were not intentionally trying to do that on purpose. They were tricked into doing it.
Not so much tricked as forced.
That's another way of putting it too. It's the same, pretty much the same thing.
There, they've been tricked and forced.
Yeah. It wasn't by their own volition.
What you say is not entirely true, Cobalt. These fairies have mined here for generations.
But not to this extent until they were tricked. They always kept it within reason.
Forced seems more appropriate in this situation.
Yes.
However, I have spoken to the fairy healer, Neil. And you would see this man, you see he has very similar to Jim, that light blue skin tone. You see on his face a broken pair of spectacles, very ornate top hat that seems to be torn in places, and a very bushy, bluish, purplish beard. He turns towards you. I don't remember most of the personality there. I don't want to botch that one.
Now that's one thing we did not talk about.
I
is
know.
that-
It's okay to make one.
Weird. Yeah, he's a very humble man. That's what I'm kind
Yeah.
of picturing. Very humble.
That's what I was thinking too. It's no use, travelers. I've accepted my fate here. What we did, whether we were forced or not, we did cause the offense to the lands. When such things occur, powerful creatures, archfey like this one, they won't take kindly. There is punishment for many things in the Feywild, and I can accept this loss. I can accept this fate if it means the land will be restored.
Alright, let's go.
Hey.
Hey!
One of the whole reasons we came here was to
Here,
find
it's-
you.
Here, it's not
And-
it's not your fault, huh? You don't deserve the punishment. The one who should be punished is the one who made you guys do this in the first place.
Exactly. They should punish.
Do we actually know who gave the order?
Yeah, we.
Club, was it?
Well, it was King Club, but he was going
Hey, if we
through.
bring King Club down here, can we trade him for this guy?
It's not just King Club, but it's the what's
Zabufu.
Here,
Don Zaburo.
Don Zaburo.
Don's.
It's this Don Zaburo who is holding the puppet strings over all these people.
Yes, please.
He's the mastermind.
I have to level with you, humans. I have no idea of who these individuals are. I know my qualms are with the fairies and dwarves and humans who have mined here, the ones who we have sought to punish.
But they wouldn't have minded that extensively if they weren't forced.
You say they wouldn't have, but they already have. Honeyed words would not undo the damage to the land.
Yeah, but
Well-
again, they were forced.
What
They
else?
had no
What else
choice.
could we do to help? Because I would love to have peace between both sides.
Perhaps a powerful archfey such as yourself could draft a contract between you two to better share the land.
The only one of you who would have any ability to make such a deal would be the heiress there.
Jan?
Perfect. Here, anything to bring peace to this land, anything to save my father. Please just let him go.
I would make this deal with you, but there's one problem.
And that is.
You seem to have been stripped of this title of yours, this birthright of yours. There is already a contract bound to you.
Contract?
This I can see deep inside you. You have made a deal with the Don Zaburo.
What?
Wait, what?
She is like in like all time shock. She is just like stares off.
You have some lovely flashbacks.
Oh no! Oh
As
yeah, she.
this powerful archfey here will, very momentarily, and because of the gem you are in possession of, be able to return your memories to you.
Oh no! Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she's getting like a massive hit. And I like starting to remember all this too, just like very painful.
And if you would like, you can explain to your party members what has happened.
Here, like, she just like starting to get the
Jan,
flashbacks.
you alright?
It all started
Here, yeah.
with a certain gemstone.
Gemstone. I traded my name for a gemstone. As a gift for my father. It was super rare. He really wanted to see this rare gemstone for so long. I wanted to give it to him as a gift, and for a holiday gift. And I traded my name for it.
So you made a deal.
He told us what happened. And he said that everything will be fine, that'll be great. And he basically ruined my life because of it.
You were tricked. Just like everyone else was.
But, and this would be the large
Yeah.
gemstone picture. And by the way, for reference for you guys, now that you are closer,
Yeah.
you would be able to see all of the gemstones on this seem to illuminate and almost track your movement with this light. All of the stones that make this thing up seem to be gargantuan in size. I see beyond that which is flesh, this bonding deal he made with you, the words he chose were cruel and twisted. He preyed on your naivety. The only way you will be able to get this name back, this right to make a deal with us, would be to get your name back from him. Another agreement between Fae. That is the only way you'd be able to get back your name.
All right. I'll do it. I'll get anything to bring peace and anything to see my father. He'll get my name back. He will pay.
I will make you an offer. If you can return here, your birthright intact, agree to close this mine for 20 years, and I will return your father to you.
It's a deal.
Then I will keep the fairies here alive until you return.
Agreed.
And then she starts to fly back towards the entrance, kind of feel a little bit shame in her eye.
You guys would see as
eyes a
well, with Neil as this is happening, he does seem to have that confused look of stupor throughout. As
Would you at least like to? I would mention while she's trying to fly. Wouldn't you want to say something to your father before you go?
Well, he wouldn't remember who I am. Yeah, not till I get my name back. But I promise.
But then she does does look back at him. I'm like, but I promise I will get my name back and save you.
and
No,
the
I
sight you
swear
would
on
see is unfortunate as his head kind of droops, a somber expression on his face. This resolve,
Yeah.
that this is a fate he deserves for overstepping. I will say,
In other ways, Jem is just really hurtful by this. She is going to have a hard time looking at her.
so you kind of turn back and start flying the other way.
Yeah.
For anybody else, is there anything you?
My character remember me to deal with them. What are they called?
The Geonids.
I also want to make sure that part of the mine is also closed for the Geonids. I already made a deal with them.
Well, it seems you've made a deal with some Fae with little to no way to follow through with it. Foolish indeed. Perhaps if you were to help your friend restore control of the mine, you could keep this promise. But if she cannot get back her name, and you can not keep this promise, there will likely be a fairly nasty curse placed upon you. I recommend you find the means to fulfill this deal.
Understood.
Anyone else have anything they'd like to ask the giant rock creature? It looks like one of those really, really pretty omni geodes almost. But
Did you say it was an archfey?
Yeah.
yes,
I got nothing.
nothing for you guys.
Nope.
So, as you guys turn up, it is definitely smart to know most of the rest of you can't fly.
Well,
you
yeah.
see,
Actually, I would ask. Is there
My
any
character
way to
can
get out
sympathize
here?
with Jim because he's.
starts walking off. She flies above the lava. Whoops.
I jump in lava. Yay! Game over.
Walking along like, oh, Jim, it's gonna be okay. Bloop. Oh, this little Dan died. Sorry, guys.
All right, game over, guys. New character. Let's go.
No, you wily coyote exactly long enough. No, okay, no.
Oh wait, no, I can.
Oh, he hops on the broom and flies. Does it work?
It does.
50-50.
Oh, I have to roll it
Yeah, you have to roll.
on a 10 or below. I don't. Might as well try just for the hell of it. What?
I was just gonna ask him. I'm like, thank you for all your help. Is there any way we can, return to the surface quicker? Because as you see, most of us here aren't
Cannot
able
fly.
to fly or get through here without.
Yes, of course. I had just taken this as a countermeasure. Should you be less than agreeable. And you'd see the stones will begin to rise back up out of the magma, creating something of a stairway leading back to the way you came in.
All right. And thank you again. What was your name again?
For our audience, a very concerned look came across the DM's face.
Here, coming up with names, DM's one weakness.
My name is the Omni.
The Omni. Okay.
The omnipotent.
Yeah, quite.
Well, thank you very much.
I have one of the marks. Look at me writing down the Omni in big letters and laughing at me.
Oh, great. My character now fully sympathizes with Jem. Because he already lost his soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you all know how she lost her name.
I don't think I've ever told
anyone.
anyone. I don't think I've ever told anyone about my soul being lost.
No, I think he did. Like,
Yeah.
very much episode 1.
Yeah, you did.
0. It was mentioned.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's just definitely was brought up at some point. Something about the everybody lost stuff, yada yada. That's the whole reason you're brought together, and then tricked into a book.
Yeah.
It's been a while, about 30 some odd weeks at
Yeah.
least.
As we walk.
A year?
Close to a year. Yeah, man. When did we start this one? If only I had some kind of way to keep track of that. Oh right.
Recordings, motherfucker.
As we
tricked into when you're greedy and stupid.
Well, this was not greediness. This is more desperation.
Naivety. But with that, as you all make your way back up to the surface.
Yeah. As I was.
Actually, I will set one more thing to set the scene if you guys are good on your way back up. Do you have something first?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say it's like as we were walking up, I was gonna try to console Jem as we were going.
So as you guys are making your way back up and consoling Jim, I'm assuming you helped the one fairy start to make her way back up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You would see a couple of things have changed. The roaring waterfall has come to a calm as that natural wellspring of water seems to have stopped rushing. As you make your way back up easily enough, you guys have means of flight and other ways to get through there.
Mm-hmm.
So you make your way towards the surface. The last thing you would see to set the scene for next time is slamming powerfully through the rubble, blocking the entrance to this mine. A large creature with gray... well, actually, I think the closer to huge... Let me double check one thing as I ruin the immersion. Yes, so you would see a powerful, huge-statured creature slams their way through the tunnels of this mine. By order of I, King Club, this mine will be closed until further notice. If anyone is still alive in here, try and make your way to me. You are safe now.
Okay, we'll go. I mean, might as well.
A little late.
Yeah.
And that is where we'll pick up next time. Till then. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Chicken grits.
No.
Chicken and